Hello. We are going to start with a poem again today, and this is called Joy, and it is by Donna Ashworth. Joy. Joy does not arrive with a fanfare on a red carpet strewn with the flowers of a perfect life. Joy sneaks in as you pour a cup of coffee, watching the sun hit your favorite tree just right. And you usher joy away because you are not ready for it. Your house is not as it must be for such a distinguished guest. But joy cares nothing for your messy home or your bank balance or your waistline, you see. Joy is supposed to slither through the cracks of your imperfect life. That's how joy works. You cannot invite her. You can only be ready when she appears. And hug her with meaning, because in this very moment, joy chooses you. We're going to read that again. Joy does not arrive with a fanfare on a red carpet strewn with the flowers of a perfect life. Joy sneaks in as you pour a cup of coffee, watching the sun hit your favorite tree just right. And you usher joy away because you are not ready for it. Your house is not as it must be for such a distinguished guest. But joy cares nothing for your messy home or your bank balance or your waistline, you see. Joy is supposed to slither through the cracks of your imperfect life. That's how joy works. You cannot invite her. You can only be ready when she appears. And hug her with meaning, because in this very moment, joy chose you. We are going to start in child's pose. If you are coming with me and the Spotify playlist, you can go ahead and start it now. Finding your way onto the mat. You could take your knees wide, your hips back. You could bring your forehead down to the mat. And notice the breath. Feel the pressure on the center of the forehead. Sense your back, body in contact with the sky. And we're going to find our way up and onto all fours. We're going to warm up our wrists a little bit differently today. So we're going to take our wrists right underneath our shoulders, and I'm going to turn my fingers out just a little bit, and I'm just going to shift gently side to side. And just notice how this feels in your wrists, but also maybe in your elbows. Shifting the body weight side to side on your knees. This doesn't feel good, you could always turn your fingers back the way that we generally have them, pointing towards the front of the mat. And then you can try maybe bringing your one wrist so that it faces to the front, and breathe into the stretch in your forearm. Let's turn those fingers back out and try the other side. Heel of the hand down if possible, feeling into the stretch in the forearm. Okay, we're going to sit back onto your heels, and we're going to bring our fingers together. The thumbs touch the pinky fingers together, and then we're going to lift the arms up. And then finger and thumb together, index finger draw down the back of your body. So you lift and exhale. You could make tension develop in your shoulders as you breathe down in the back of your body. 2 more times. Last one. We're going to take one hand over across the body, and then look over your shoulder, extending your spine long, little spinal twist here. Bring it back to center. Let's try the other side. Bring it back to center. We're going to come onto all fours, but walk our hands out a bit. And we're going to circle our hips around. Joy sneaks in through the cracks of your life. Sometimes when you least expect it, you might feel a sense of connection, a sense of being in the moment, joy-filled. Notice the direction you're traveling, and you can go the other way. Breathing nice and evenly. One more time around. We're going to bring our hands back underneath our shoulders. We're going to curl our toes, and we're going to lift our knees up and into downward facing dog. Now I want you to deeply bend into one knee and then bring the other leg straight, heel towards the floor. We're going to shift and walk the dog, shifting side to side. You could look down at the mat. And then when you're ready, we're going to bend our knees, walk our hands back towards our feet, and come into upside down, inverted, forward fold. Just let your body hang. And then tucking the tail, slowly rolling up and into standing. Stepping to the front of your mat. Come into your mountain pose. Feet firmly pressed into the ground. Spine long, tail tucked. We're going to take the arms up. And exhale back down. 2 more like that. Just take the arms up. And exhale back down. 1 more time. We're going to shift our body weight over to one foot, and we're going to step this other one, this right foot back, and turn the toes out, warrior 2. So feeling into our warrior 2, setting up your stance so it's nice and wide. Knee stays behind the front ankle, and then we're going to bring our arms out, and we're going to do a little front and back. So chest isolation, keep your legs grounded and rooted firmly. Just letting the arms reach and reach. Okay. Coming back to center, we're going to bring the back hand down. The top arm comes up. Stay bent into that front leg. Reverse. Exalted warrior here. Okay, we're going to bring it back. We're going to gently place the front forearm on the thigh, and we're going to let the other arm dangle. We're going to eventually bring this arm to the front, and we're going to rotate our arm, our chest open, and our arm is right next to our ear. This is side angle. Breathe. From here, we're going to find ourselves back up. We're going to turn and pick up that back heel and step it to the front. Take a deep breath in. Shifting to the other foot. The other foot's going to step back. Lining up your heel and the inside of your foot. Make sure your back foot is turned in and pressing out through that outer arch. Remember the lean. Feel your ribs. It's like a tug of war, but it's kind of a gentle one. Slipping and sliding your way. You could turn your head and look. One more time. Bring it back to center. Back arm goes down, front arm goes up. Reach, reach, reach. Take a deep breath in, bring it back. Forearm rests lightly on the front of the thigh. Other arm gets to dangle. When you're ready, arm comes up and out. Feel the strength of your body, the shape. Stay present to the moment. We're going to rise out of this. So using your core strength, bring it back into our warrior two. We're going to pick up that back leg and turn and bring it here. We're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to let ourselves come into our forward fold. One more time here. Let yourself dangle. You could widen your feet. You could even let your fingertips brush the ground. Okay, we're going to step back. So you need to get your fingertips to the ground. We're going to step the right foot back first and then the left foot back. Coming into our plank position. Downward dog and then plank. Here we go, plank position. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're going to drop our knees and sit back and into child's pose. So knees go wide. Sink back into child's pose. Now from here, we're going to come into either baby cobra or sphinx. So you can stay low on your mat if you like, or just come forward anyway. And then let yourself come into baby cobra with the elbows bent to the back. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back and up. Downward facing dog. Plank position. Breathe. Dropping your knees, take them wide. We're going to do that one more time. So we come back into your child's pose. And then coming forward, it could be sphinx or it could be baby, cobra. Legs could be wide. Elbows bent a little bit or a lot. Pay attention to your low back. And then bring it back and up. We're going to find our way onto our side body. So just sitting onto your side body and then coming down. Hands underneath your shoulder or underneath your head, cradling the head. And we're going to do the pose of the day, which is Fishes of Lord Vishnu, or Vishnu's couch, sometimes it's referred to. So we're going to extend this leg up. This is Anatasana, Lord Vishnu's couch, or Fishes of Lord Vishnu. You could grab onto your shin, your ankle, or maybe you could use your index finger and your middle finger to wrap around your big toe. Breathe. Anatasana? Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's bring that leg down, releasing it. We're going to come up and onto our elbow right underneath your shoulder. We're going to grab onto the back of the foot and just kind of open up the front of your thigh by bringing your heel to your bottom. Okay, let's switch to the other side. You could roll over, or I'm just going to switch directions on the mat. We're going to come into that Lord of, let me get this right. Serpent couch. There we go. Serpent couch of Lord Vishnu. So it's Vishnu, Lord Vishnu's couch. You could take your leg up. You could grab onto your shin, your ankle. You could grab onto your toe if you like. Breathe. Anatasana. Okay, let's slowly bring that leg back down, heel towards your bum, and then kick into your hand if you like. We're looking for a stretch in the front of your thigh and your quadriceps. Take a deep breath in. Let's release that. We're going to come over and onto our belly. You can bring one hand down, the other hand on top. Turn your head, and then bring your feet up to the sky and just let them move side to side. Looking for those small glimpses of joy. Okay, we're going to do a balance here on our bellies. So option is to take your arms out here. Option is to lift the right leg and maybe grab it, and then try to keep the thighs parallel to one another. Other arm can come up. So option just to stay here and lift with all four arms or four limbs. Option to do half bow. So I'm bending one leg, I'm kicking into my hand. I'm reaching with my fingertips and I'm breathing, breathing, breathing. Takes a lot of breath, a lot of energy. Half bow. And then we're going to let it come back down. We're going to turn our head the other way. Take your feet up into the sky and bring them side to side. Could dance your feet, flex point your toes, roll your ankles. Okay, option, do the same thing you did on the other side. Option to just bring your arms out and lift. Option to take your left leg to your bottom, your right arm to the top of the mat. Kicking into your hand, lifting. Pointing that direction, that arrow. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a deep breath in and exhale back down. Let's find our way up and onto all fours and into our child's pose. We're going to come up and into seated. Cobbler's position, soles of the feet together. You can bring your body side to side. Okay, when you're ready, let's take the one leg back and come into mermaid's pose. We're going to lift the pelvis up. So bringing your opposite hand back and then lift, 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 lift. Reach up and back, open the front of your body. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back down. Let's switch to the other side. Mermaid's pose, hands. This is the front leg. Same hand, front leg. Reach up and back. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back to center. Let's come back and into that cobbler's pose. If you would rather stay in stillness and grow your spine long, you can do that, or you could sway. We're going to transition this to boat pose. So bringing your knees in, coming back onto your bottom, your pelvis, and balancing, arms out, feet out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, let's bring it back in. We're going to come and onto our back body and get ready for final relaxation. So if there's anything that would feel good to your body, maybe rolling side to side or rolling front to back. Getting ready for our final relaxation. Laying yourself on the ground. Legs can be out, arms can be down by the sides of your body. And then notice if there's any place in your body that feels particularly good after that short practice. And then maybe allowing your mind to wander to imagery, to those places that we might inhabit that bring us joy. Could be a place outside, could be a garden, could be a forest, could be the ocean, a river, the desert. Slowing the breath down. Joy can even exist alongside sadness or grief. Maybe there's a person or a pet or an animal that you remember loving, thinking about them and how much joy they brought into your life, being grateful. And even though they may no longer be with us, we can still feel joy when we think back at our memories that we have with them. Staying here for as long as you like. If you're coming with me, you could roll over, press up into seated position. You could bring the hands towards the heart and bow your head, giving thanks. Namaste.